Think about yourself always, not in a selfish way, not in a careless way, but in a conscious, responsible, and honest way. Most people are tired, confused, and unhappy, not because life is unfair, but because they forget to think about themselves. They live on autopilot. They live for others' expectations. They react to situations instead of choosing their own direction. From childhood, many of us have taught to think about everyone else first. Be nice, make people happy, do not disappoint anyone. Slowly, without realizing it, we stop listening to ourselves. We ignore our own needs. We silence our own voice. And one day, we wake up feeling lost, even though we are busy all the time. Thinking about yourself always does not mean you do not care about others. It means you do not abandon yourself while caring for others. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If you are mentally exhausted, emotionally drained, and physically weak, you cannot truly help anyone. You will only survive, not live. The first step to thinking about yourself is awareness. You must become aware of your thoughts, your emotions, and your habits. Many people live without awareness. They wake up, check their phone, rush through the day, and sleep. They do not ask themselves simple questions. How do I feel today? What do I need right now? What is hurting me? What is draining me? When you do not ask these questions, your life is controlled by habits, not by choices. Awareness brings control. Control brings peace. Thinking about yourself also means understanding your limits. You are not a machine. You are not supposed to be productive every minute. You are not supposed to say yes to everyone. When you ignore your limits, your body and mind will force you to stop. Burnout, anxiety, and stress are often signs that you stopped thinking about yourself for too long. Many people feel guilty when they choose themselves. They think it is wrong. They think it is selfish. But choosing yourself is not selfish. It is necessary. When you take care of yourself, you become stronger. When you become stronger, you can give better to the world. Another important part of thinking about yourself is protecting your time. Time is your life. When you give your time to something, you give a piece of your life. Many people give their time freely to things that give nothing back. Endless scrolling, meaningless conversations, unnecessary commitments. Thinking about yourself means asking, is this worth my time? Does this help me grow? Does this bring peace or stress? You do not need to justify your time to everyone. Your time is valuable because your life is valuable. You must also think about your mental health. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you constantly criticize yourself, compare yourself to others, and focus on what you lack, your mind becomes a heavy place to live in. Thinking about yourself means being kind to yourself in your thoughts. Notice how you talk to yourself. Would you talk to a friend the same way? Probably not. Change your inner language. Instead of saying, I am useless, say, I am learning. Instead of saying, I always fail, say, I am improving slowly. These small changes change how you feel and how you act. Thinking about yourself also means choosing your environment wisely. Your environment affects you more than you think. The people you spend time with, the content you consume, the places you visit, all shape your mindset. If your environment is negative, your thoughts become negative. You cannot grow in an environment that constantly pulls you down. Thinking about yourself means sometimes walking away from toxic conversations, walking away from draining relationships, walking away from habits that harm you. This is not weakness, this is self-respect.
Another difficult but important part of thinking about yourself is saying no. Many people say yes even when they want to say no. They do this to avoid conflict, to please others, or to avoid guilt. But every unnecessary yes is a no to yourself. When you say no to something that does not align with you, you are saying yes to your peace. You are saying yes to your energy. You are saying yes to your priorities. People who respect you will understand. People who do not were benefiting from your silence. Thinking about yourself also means taking responsibility for your life. It's easy to blame circumstances, people, or the past, but blame keeps you stuck. Responsibility gives you power. When you take responsibility, you stop waiting for others to change. You start changing yourself. This does not mean everything is your fault. It means your response is your responsibility. You may not control what happens to you, but you control how you react, how you learn, and how you move forward. You must also think about your future self. Many people only think about today, what feels good now, what is easy now, but your future self is shaped by your daily choices. Thinking about yourself always means making choices today that your future self will thank you for. This includes your health, what you eat, how much you sleep, how much you move. Your body is the place where you live your entire life. Ignoring it is not brave, it is careless. Small, healthy habits done consistently are a form of self-respect. It also includes your skills and growth, learning something new, improving your communication, building a useful skill. These things increase your confidence and independence. When you invest in yourself, you reduce fear. Fear often comes from feeling unprepared. Thinking about yourself also means accepting yourself. Many people are at war with themselves. They fight their personality, they hate their mistakes, they feel ashamed of their past. But growth does not come from hate, it comes from acceptance. Accept where you are without giving up on where you want to go. You can accept yourself and still want to improve. These two things can exist together. Self-acceptance gives you a strong foundation to grow from. You must also allow yourself to rest. Rest is not laziness, rest is recovery. When you rest intentionally, you protect your energy. When you ignore rest, your body and mind become weaker. Thinking about yourself means listening when you are tired. Rest does not always mean sleeping. Sometimes it means silence. Sometimes it means being alone. Sometimes it means doing something you enjoy without guilt. Joy is not a reward you earn, it is a need. Another key part of thinking about yourself is being honest with yourself. Many people lie to themselves to stay comfortable. They say they are fine when they are not. They say they will change tomorrow. They say they do not care when they do. Honesty is uncomfortable, but it is powerful. When you are honest with yourself, you see clearly, and when you see clearly, you can change. You cannot fix what you refuse to admit. Thinking about yourself also means setting boundaries. Boundaries are not walls, they are guidelines for how others treat you. Without boundaries, people will cross limits, not always because they are bad, but because you allow it.
Boundaries protect your mental health. They protect your time. They protect your energy. You do not need to explain your boundaries to everyone. You only need to respect them yourself. You should also think about your purpose, not in a dramatic way, but in a simple way. What gives your life meaning? What makes you feel alive? What do you want to contribute? When you do not think about these questions, life feels empty, even when you are busy. Purpose does not have to be big. It can be learning, helping, creating, growing. What matters is that it feels true to you, not impressive to others. Thinking about yourself always also means being patient with yourself. Growth takes time. Healing takes time. Change takes time. If you rush yourself, you create pressure. Pressure creates anxiety. Patience creates consistency. Some days you will do well, some days you will not. That is normal. Progress is not a straight line. Be kind to yourself on hard days. Encouragement works better than punishment. You must also stop comparing your journey with others. Comparison steals joy. Everyone has a different starting point, a different pace, and different challenges. When you compare, you focus on what you lack instead of what you have. Thinking about yourself means focusing on your path, your growth, your improvement. Measure yourself against who you were yesterday, not against someone else's highlight. Another important aspect is self-trust. Many people do not trust themselves because they break promises to themselves. They say they will start, and they do not. They say they will stop, and they do not. Over time, this damages confidence. Rebuild self-trust with small promises, simple promises, promises you can keep. Each time you keep a promise to yourself, your confidence grows. Confidence is not loud, it is quiet and stable. Thinking about yourself also means choosing peace over drama. Some people are addicted to chaos. They engage in arguments, negativity, and problems that are not theirs. Peace is a choice. Silence is a choice. You do not have to attend every fight you are invited to. Protecting your peace is a sign of maturity.
You should also think about how you spend your attention. Attention is powerful. Whatever you focus on grows. If you focus on problems, problems grow. If you focus on solutions, solutions grow. Thinking about yourself means choosing where your attention goes. Limit negative news. Limit harmful content. Feed your mind with things that educate, inspire, or calm you. Your mind is your home. Keep it clean. In the end, thinking about yourself always means living consciously. It means making choices instead of reacting. It means respecting your needs without shame. It means growing without abandoning who you are. You only get one life, one mind, one body. No one else can live it for you. No one else will protect your peace for you. No one else will build your future for you. When you start thinking about yourself, life becomes clearer. Decisions become easier. Stress reduces. Confidence grows. You stop feeling lost because you are finally listening to yourself. Do not wait for permission to care about yourself. Do not wait for approval to choose your peace. Start now. Start with small changes. One honest thought, one healthy boundary, one kind word to yourself. Think about yourself always, because when you do not lose the world, you find yourself.